subscriber is me, Carol, has inspired me to do just a little mini series in addition to our normal videos of Bella and what made us decide to look at Bella in the first place. Well, this is a video the breeder sent me in acknowledgement to my request for more details about Bella. And when we saw this, I know it's difficult because it's not very big, but we just thought she had a very nice way with her. She had that look at me and I'm enjoying life, and she had a forward going movement, which I like. What I mean by forward going is that she's active, she wants to go, she's willing to move and run. So we go to see Bella. Unfortunately, we can't really see her because she's unhandled, she's wild and dangerous. But we can see her through the bars and we like the look of her. I wouldn't have had her as first choice because you can't see her, you can't trot her, you can't make a decision as to what her movement's like. Is she lame? Has she got any problems? Which of course you can't see through the bars. But we still liked her. And she had a kind eye, meaning there was no white showing in her eye from fear or aggression. She had the full eye open, which always bodes well when you're looking at animals. When we went back to see her, which was a week later, she was out of her cage and into a stable with a bit of outside ground. We couldn't touch her, but she showed that she was inquisitive, alert and bright. And of course we had bought her by this stage, so we were pleased that we'd bought her. And we're still pleased that we've bought her. She's showing no aggression. She has got a lot of black spots on her face, but we're sure that the vet will be able to sort that out for us. 2 weeks later, they brought Bella over. We were leaving her 3 weeks so that they could train her and get her used to going into the horse box, but they asked if they could bring her because she was ready. So we said, yes, that's fine, we can accommodate her, no problem at all. And of course it saved us having to drive 3.5 hours to pick her up and then 3.5 hours back, so we were very pleased with that. We obviously paid them for the time and petrol. Bella travelled loose in the trailer. Karen's husband gave her time to get out of the box. Bella wasn't keen on going into the stable, even though we had got the interior light on. So he gave her time, but then decided she'd go better if there was food. I didn't attempt to lead her into the stable. She doesn't know me, so I just opened the door to give her a little bit more space and just waited patiently for her dinner to arrive. I stood back from her so she could see me, but I wasn't too close, so not to be intimidating. Bella saw the food and went in with no problem at all. She was given some food as a reward for going in, but unfortunately, of course, that did mean that when we tried to get her in ourselves, she wanted her food first. Clever girl, but she's all right now. It's just, just have to get them used to different ways of doing things. She is head shy. We were pleased that Bella seemed happy in a stable. That is Farouk's wee spot, and she seemed quite pleased with the smell of that. I want to take her head collar off. She's a bit nervous of me putting my hand up and turns away, but just gently stroke her and talk to her, and eventually, as you can see, I can get nearer to her. and then I can take hold of the head collar itself. She's a bit nervous, obviously she's moving about a bit, but there's no aggression there. Their ears aren't flat back or anything. So I just gently undo the buckle there. Just pulling that buckle made her jump because it was just a sound of the buckle undoing, and you could just see she jumped a bit there. So I just give her a little rub on her neck just to say, well, good girl for letting me take that head collar off. We bring Diablo in to keep her company, so she's not on her own. He is extremely submissive. I've never seen a horse as submissive as that. She's very bony and ribby, but that'll be sorted. Well, a good grass will sort that, and some nice food. I think she looks like she's wearing eyeliner. Very pretty. Because Diablo hadn't been weaned when we went to pick him up, which was a bit of a shock for us because she'd had a week to get him ready for us to pick up. I am wondering whether he does see Bella as a mum substitute, because he does clack that with the, you can see his mouth clacking, that's clacking, to her a lot, when in fact she is slightly younger than him. So that's normally a sign of submission to a bigger horse, an older horse, just saying, don't hurt me, you know, I'm just young. So why he's doing it to Bella like that, I don't know. However, as time went on, he was becoming quite bossy to Bella, nipping her and just pulling her mane and pulling her tail, but not just pulling the hair of the tail. He would nip the top of her tail where the tailbone is. So I wasn't very happy with that behaviour. Bella's feet are extremely long, so she's obviously never been to a farrier, which is not surprising because you can't pick her feet up. That will take me, I should think, quite a while. Not only do I have to be able to pick her feet up, but somebody else also has to be able to pick her feet up, and she has to be able to travel in the box to get to Stephen Bean. I'm thinking this is going to take a couple of months. It's a shame. I'd like to have her feet done now, but it's just not going to happen. I hope you found this little video informative. Please let me know, as I am thinking of doing a few more in the future. TTFN.